Peak District. Home to breathtaking landscapes and some amazing history. In this 2-week episode, we uncover hidden gems, conquer epic trails, and immerse ourselves in this unparalleled beauty of this natural wonderland. Oh, and I die in this week's episode. Anyway, our journey begins at a World War II cave. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the sound of the motorway going all the way through into Stoke-on-Trent. We are here today on another big road trip, and we are here to go and see the beach caves. Now, I'm not sure how far I'm going to go in before I start getting a little bit claustrophobic, but we'll see. Hopefully it's pretty safe. Wish me luck, folks, but don't worry, I've got the big Bertha with me, so
Come on, boys. Let's just take it. You got the big one on, Matti.
That is.
Like that, mate.
That's all right. At least I can see. At least my audience can see me in my lights.
Look how that's all cut out. Look.
Wow. So you said to me before I pressed record that this was once used by the military?
Yeah, military use, and then it's been used, I think.
What was it used by them before?
I think it was just storage. I don't think it was bomb storage or anything, but look at
Are we talking like World War II?
Yeah.
Right,
Look at the roof and the pillars. Epic, isn't it?
So this is a completely man-made cave?
Yeah, completely man-made.
Right.
It's massive, isn't it?
It's huge.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't know whether or not my camera will catch it, because obviously I've got the lights on. But honestly, look at all this. This is incredible. I think what I'll end up doing is I'll get some shots in here now, and you can find that on Exploring with Matti. And yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? Look at all that. Luckily my torch is big enough so then you guys can see a little bit more. But honestly, as we're literally going around the other side now just to show more of the caves. It's absolutely starting to chuck it down. This is for the King's coronation weekend, if anybody wants to know. So yeah, we didn't want to enjoy the coronation, we wanted to have a boys only trip and have a bit of a laugh.
And we've got this, so let's imagine this would have been the storage area below, and then this would have been offices here, because we've got quarry tile floor here.
After finishing at Beech's Caves, we headed off to Chatterley, Whitfield.
All three of us go up.
The sheer extent that these bigger YouTubers have to go to just get a bit of B-roll.
That's it, let's do the walk of shame. And all the way back.
And this is the moment where Mr. Explores slips on his arse. Chatterley, Whitfield. Situated in Staffordshire, once the beating heart of the nation's coal industry, its history dates back to the early 19th century, when coal mining became the driving force behind Britain's Industrial Revolution. The date of which coal was first mined in the Whitfield area is not known, but that there are references to mining in the manor of Tunstall as far as the 13th century. In the late 19th century, the mine was acquired by the Chatterley Whitfield Colliery Company, and under their management it thrived. The site quickly grew into one of the largest, most technological, advanced collieries in the country, employing thousands of hard-working miners. Chatterley Whitfield boasted an impressive array of underground tunnels stretching for miles beneath the surface. Life for the miners at Chatterley Whitfield, however, was far from easy. The conditions were harsh, with long hours, dangerous environments and back-breaking labour, yet these brave individuals persevered, knowing their work was vital for the progress of the nation. Beyond the mine itself, a vibrant community flourished. Rows of terraced houses were built to accommodate the miners and their families. However, as the 20th century progressed, changes in the energy landscape led to the decline of coal mining in the region. Chatterley Whitfield, once a thriving symbol of the industrial might, began to face difficulties. In 1977, after nearly 128 years in operation, the mine finally closed its doors. Today, Chatterley Whitfield stands as a fascinating testament to the coal mining heritage of Staffordshire. While the mine itself is no longer in operation, its preserved buildings and museum offer a captivating glimpse into the lives and struggles of the men and women who toiled beneath the ground.
Pots and coal.
Yeah.
Please feel free to mark my drone scores out of 10. I must admit I've not really had much experience with a drone, but yeah. But that's it, isn't it? I think you did well, mate. Just like that. Yeah.
Yep.
I think you did well.
There you go, 2 expert drone flyers.
I wouldn't say we're expert.
Well experienced then.
I didn't take mine in the chimney, did I?
Anyway, we're going to go on to our next location and we'll see you guys in just a bit. So, with Chatterley Whitfield, these were the train lines, or rather the trucks that used to take all the stuff out. And I think it's going from Tunstall and it goes all the way around into the factory. But this is amazing, this is a piece of history, this is. And to think, we were just about to walk straight past it and then see all this.
So I just want to give you a bit of information on this. Now the name Whitfield comes from the Whitfield family, okay? And Chatterley is the valley in Tunstall. And that valley is where we came up the road, and you probably saw all of the aeroplanes on the side of the bank there. So that is the area of Chatterley. But when they actually had their mine down there, it wasn't yielding enough coal, so they went to this whole area, this new area here, the Whitfield family did, and obviously called it after their old division, Chatterley Whitfield. So that's what it's made of, and that's why it's in Tunstall. There you go.
Do you know what? The amount of times we've had to stop and wait for Brendan, yeah. I could literally have another lifetime.
Do you know what? He irritates me.
Do you know what? I calculated it the other day actually, and I spent time thinking about it, that I could actually get another 5 months worth of actually waiting around for him.
Precious enough as it is,
so when I go to the St. Peter at the Burley Gates, I will be saying I need 5 months, you know, of that, and that's not even while he's been late. That's just peas, poos, whatever, you know. Yeah. But you know, he's a good egg.
But stopping for a McDonald's is a whole time low, especially not even getting his mate one.
Well, yeah. So yeah, it. You've been waiting 45 minutes.
We went in there.
Yeah, it'd be eaten by then. Anyway,
are we ready?
So we're off towards the cooling towers now. We're gonna have a little gander inside. So Steve's the tour guide.
Urban exploring this is. So yeah, these are the Willington cooling towers, left over due to a bit of a blunder or a company going bust. Some of them are stripped dictate, but apparently it might become a gas power station at some point.
Ooh.
Right? So there might be hope for this site, but they are standing here like relics of the past. And this is actually a bit of a theme, isn't it, going on? We had the old Chatterley Whitfield, which would have supplied coal to here originally. I'll tell you what, I don't make this stuff up. This is themed to see.
So we've literally done a bit of sneaky, me, Steve and I, and unfortunately he's lagging behind. There they are, you see. One thing I will say, it's the long grass. I'm getting wet feet. How's that happened? How's that happened? There's the first cooling towers there. Absolutely amazing. I don't do a lot of urban explores, as you probably know by being on this channel, but I actually do appreciate a bit of urban history, especially history like this. It's absolutely amazing. Now, what would be the crowning jewel of this is by getting the drone up. However, I don't know whether or not you can see by my jacket or anything else, but it is absolutely tiddling it down. Luckily it's not chucking it down to the sheer extent that we're having to abandon it all, but honestly this is yeah, I don't think we'll be getting the drone up in this, but then it decided to go pear-shaped. Did you hear that? He says wait for me. Hold up a bit, Steve. It's what? Steve? Oh, he's just fallen over. Yeah, he's just literally gone flop. You slip? No! Oh, by the way, Brandon, just thought I'd let you know, that's an electric fence.
Oh, great. You know what? I wouldn't have enjoyed this trip if it didn't have electric fence.
Hello, fence.
Is it a proper ball tingle?
Yes.
I just found out.
There's the mark of the day.
Okay, we're good.
Well, if nothing else, touch wood, I haven't done anything yet, but it won't be the first. It won't be the first. Probably won't be the last. If I probably fall over on this trip, but yes,
We are here.
amazing.
Come on.
Fair play, mate.
You do it.
I won't be.
Why not?
I'm not, I'm staying here.
It used to be a right before. It used to be take a lot of chances.
Just
You know the early days of his
just be
channel?
careful with your backpack. Yeah.
Holy cow! Look at that at the top. For anybody that hasn't seen this yet.
I'm going to tell your viewers exactly how this works, because they deserve that, because Brandon's too scared, isn't it?
Yeah. Chicken.
So we're actually in the heart of the cooling tower now. Now you can see all around here we've got these legs that it's on, and the water in the bottom. The water is supposed to be in the bottom.
Right.
So what happens is, see these little holes that are all on here. Once the coal is burnt and the water has been heated up, that water then needs to come back down and needs to cool down. So they pump it into here, and then they pump it through this. So this is raining down. This is like a big rain shower here. And because the water at the bottom is cold, it falls on, the hot water falls onto the cold water and creates steam. And the steam is what comes out of the cooling tower, and it works by a sort of draft method that the vacuum of the shape of the cooling tower pulls that steam up and out, completely harmless. But this is like the closest you'll get to inside one of these beauties.
Bloody hell.
Are you alright?
I'm alright. Don't like being on there, but I'm alright.
But that's
look at
it. Your viewers now and appreciate looking at this camera to camera.
Come on. Isn't it amazing? It's, you know.
And actually, do you know how thick it is?
Yeah.
Way for thick.
That's the one regret I never did. Well, that was one regret I wish I'd have done, was the Iron Bridge cooling towers. Because when they got knocked down, must have been about nearly 5 years ago now. It must have been, it was brilliant.
like that.
Why is it that people always like to make hard work for themselves? I don't know why. I mean, I used to play football, and the whole point of football was just that you find the gaps. You know, you find the gaps. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They just pole voted over the fence, whereas I just go straight in, jump down, and here we are. And look at that. But yeah. Go on, give it a blast. Oh, woo!
That's the local residents going, oh, there's bloody idiots on the side again.
It's just amazing how much the sound travels, and it travels all the way up there. It's absolutely incredible. So Steve's decided to take his drone up. I'm not, because I don't feel comfortable. But
GPS signal.
ah,
I'm gonna watch that.
yeah. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. But I decided not to do it. So yeah. But here we go.
That is the Dji Mini 3 Pro. Hang on, one room. It's going, it's doing it. That's nice and steady, that is. Oh, you're out of it, mate. And she's back.
Well, there you go,
Look how
boys.
sad we are, eh? Just steady like. Oh, she does it. Oh, that's it. Just tempt her in, Steve. Tempt her in. Just give it a little tickle. You can do it.
That's the sensors, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to do mine with that. I did that once, and I ended up cutting my fingers.
It shows that the sensors are good though, doesn't it?
can you hear stuff?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, mate. We're not alone, are we? There is the cooling towers for one last time. We are going to be heading off again now, but we're going to be waiting for Steve to set off. Once we've done that, we are going to be heading out again. We've got a trail that we're doing, and then as soon as we've done that, then we're going to be heading for camp. So yeah, great experience being in the cooling tower, I must admit. But yeah, anyway, let's head off to the next location, shall we? So I left my car on the lay-by, and I went with Steve. Had a ride in his van.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? I mean, you've not got the clattering that you got in what's his name? Brendan's van, hasn't it? I mean, did you? It was like chitty chitty bang bang. Yeah, shakes a lot. Incredibly slow, isn't it? It's like he drives with the brakes on.
I can't contain myself any longer. Right, we've got 8 miles to do.
Yeah.
And it is relatively wet still. Yeah. So yeah, but we are in the town of Bakewell, home to the Bakewell tart. Apparently, I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. But
come on, Brendan! Come on, Brendan!
So this was Bakewell station, and when I say station, I mean train station. So there's where the line would have gone down, and then this is what, I don't know whether or not this camera will quite pick it out, but I'll try my best to include some images. But just there is what the station would have looked like. But if anybody eagle-eyed could see the signs, we are on the Monsail Trail, which is quite a trek. I believe it's about 8.4 miles. So yeah, worth of hiking, so that'll be interesting. I've left the car on the lay-by, which will be interesting because I'm hoping to come back to it and it isn't either broken into or whatever. But yeah, so I'm following these two, so hopefully the weather will obviously go and hopefully we'll have a bit more of a nicer day. Dry, yeah, I was going to say exactly the same thing. We're going to be dry for the first time, so yeah, this is Headstone Tunnel. I don't know why, but it feels so surreal. It almost feels like you shouldn't be here, but it's amazing that they've converted this huge railway tunnel into this kind of unusual sort of walkway now. And to be honest with you, the old Shropshire railways could actually learn a lesson from this. There's plenty of old railways in Shropshire that would actually benefit for things like this, and it's incredible. Hey, look. If only it was a little bit more drier. That's what I call a view.
Yeah, hi, easy viewers. I'd just like to say that if you haven't subscribed already, do it, because he has got some great content coming up, because I've been on a couple of these little adventures with him. He's got some good stuff coming up, so give him Matti's Adventures with an I, okay? Give him a subscribe. The bell's just there, just click it now. It's just there, look down there.
Yeah, what are you waiting for?
Just click it, yeah? All right, he's got enough. Mr. Explores, he's got enough. All right, I think I had 20 of his, or something like that. I had 20 of his. They've yet to share their faces yet, though. Anyway. Click the subscribe button. I think you'd regret it if you didn't. I mean, it's mad to think that that little river that's there has cut this valley out when it was in the Ice Age.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, or
Come on, Matti! That down there, ladies and gentlemen, is the mill. We would have probably got the drone up and shown you a bit round. However, it's absolutely lashing it down. I don't particularly fancy getting a drone up, and it'll probably be unwise. I'm sodding all the way through, and the closest thing that we've got to a dry bit coming up now is a tunnel. So God bless Isambard Kinder Brunel for thinking about the railways, and that way we wouldn't have had one of these tunnels to go through. But yeah, that's the mill down there. If it gets a bit nicer, I might be able to get some form of footage out for you to show you what it's like. But yeah, honestly, it's damp and I'm wet, and I ain't been damp and cold, but luckily it's not that cold. But yeah, anyway, let's get in this dry tunnel, shall we? I've got blisters on my feet. I feel like I'm about to die, but I want to see what these lime kilns look like. And honestly, you can go in. I would go in, but I've got blisters underneath my feet. But That's inside the lime kiln. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm gonna head back to the others, and then hopefully the next shot you'll see me, apart from the odd B-roll, you'll see me at the car looking very relieved. So I shall catch you very shortly.
Eventually.
Just at the bottom there was where we climbed, and we went all the way up. Had to go through a load of barbed wire, but I finally got here. Oh dear God, I'm shattered now. Absolutely shattered. I've never been more pleased and more relieved to see that car in my life. But yeah, Brendan's having a wee, but I'm not going to capture that on film. I'm going to open the car, change my shoes, and I'm going to transport these guys home.
Make me do you?
There's a special place.
Let me say something. What he has done today is nothing short of an incredible feat, and he's done that all to make a video.
So folks, this is tonight's park up. I wish I had anything more entertaining to say, but I'm absolutely shattered. My feet are absolutely killing me. We've only just got here, and it's roughly about 10 o'clock we got here. We then had something to eat. It's now 11 o'clock. We've got to be out here for 8 o'clock. And I'll be honest with you, I just feel like... there's a time in my life at the moment where I almost feel like chucking in the towel and walking away from car camping, because when I see Steve and Brendan in their vans, it's so neatly set up, whereas this, I've just had to take 15 minutes just so I could get to sleep at night. For those that probably say, yeah, but your setup needs improving, this is the best I can do with the little surroundings I have. So it's going to be a very, very difficult decision to make in the next couple of months. But it doesn't mean to say that the explores are going to stop. It doesn't mean that, videos are going to stop. But I am considering my options for the future, let's put it that way. I'm going to see you in the next episode, where we'll wake up to this beautiful, well, hopefully there's a beautiful view. And yeah, wish me luck. Hopefully I'm still alive in the morning. I know it sounds like a dramatic emphasis on the ending, but yeah, I'm absolutely shattered. So I shall catch you guys in the next video.